Hi all, welcome to my channel. Today we are in a day 4 and session 1.5. Convert the list of dicts into the Spark data frame using in rows. In previous videos we have seen how to convert the list of tuples and list of lists into the Spark data frame using in rows. If you have not seen that video, please see the previous videos. So let's go into this today's session, like how to convert the list of dicts into the Spark data frame using rows. So directly creating a data frame out of the list of dicts is deprecated. So if you try to create it in the console, you will get the error message like it is deprecated. So we need to convert the list of dicts into the rows. Then we have to create a data frame out of it. Let's see. First we have specified a users underscore list, which is nothing but a list of dictionaries. Inside the list we have an dictionaries like user id 1 and name Scott and user id 2 name Ronald. Now we are trying to import the row from pyspark.sql. So from pyspark.sql import row users details. Before proceeding, first we'll try to understand how to create a row. So users underscore details, which is equal to users list of 1. So I'm taking then the array of first position. So the first position, in the first position place we have user id 2 and then a name which is equal to Donald. Okay, now the users underscore details dot values, if you print that, right, because it's an users details, which is nothing but a dictionary. If I print dot values, I will get the list values of 2 comma Donald, which is nothing but a list type object. Now if I try to do row of star user underscore detail dot values, I will generate a row out of the dictionary value. So row of 2 Donald, so row is created. So now see the actual approach how we going to do using a list comprehension. The first approach, we are using a users underscore rows, which is nothing but doing a list comprehension here for users in users list. In users list we have a two list of arrays, which is nothing but a row 1 and row 2. Now we going to convert that as a row. So row of star user dot values, we have seen in an example how we have to do with an disk dot value, so that we can convert that as a row. So I will explain here now again now. So users underscore rows, which is nothing but we are using row list comprehension here. Row for users in users list, so we are getting an each user here, and then we are doing an users dot values, so we are using a star user dot values and rows. So we have seen why we are using a star here in a previous video, that varying arguments we have to give a star. Now if you see users underscore rows, it is created a list of row, which is nothing but a row 1 comma Scott and a row 2 comma Donald. Now if I do one spark dot create data frame of users row, whichever we created, so the data frame will be created with a default data types and system generated column names. To specify the column names and data type, we can do spark dot create data frame users comma rows, then user id column name and the data type as integer and the column name and the data type as string, so that the data frame is created with the user id int and the name string. We have another approach. The easy approach to do is like approach 2. In this, right, the users underscore rows we are creating, which is equal to, again we are doing a list comprehension here for user in users list. We are giving a row star user directly. So instead of doing an user dot values, we are directly giving in star user. So in this approach, right, the one advantage, right, we no need to give specify the column names here, so which will directly taken from the key. So if you see here spark dot create data frame users rows, the data frame which is created by using an user underscore id begin and name as a string. So now we'll try to understand why we are doing a star user here. To understand the row star user, let's create one dummy function first. The dummy of star keyword arguments, and print the keyword arguments and print the length of the keyword arguments. Let's say we have an one user underscore details which is equal to user id 1 and the name is Scott, which is nothing but an dictionary. Now we'll pass this user underscore details to the dummy function we created, dummy user details. So this will give a type error for us. The dummy takes 0 positional arguments but 1 was given. So to see this, right, we need to make this work, we need to give the keyword here. So dummy user underscore details is a keyword which is equal to, again we are passing in user underscore details whatever the we created in a step 2 the dictionary. So now it is working, but it is coming working like the user underscore detail is a key and the values which is coming as an user id 1 and name as Scott. So the number of arguments here is 1. So we need to specify the key here to make this working. So here comes the star as a handy here to dictionary to convert into the keyword arguments. So dummy star user underscore details, if we pass the user underscore details with star, so which will consider that as in 2 arguments, user id 1 as in 1 argument and name Scott as in second argument. So if you see, the number of arguments here came as in 2. I hope this clarifies that why we are passing an star user. Okay, so let's see in the next session. What we're going to see is like overview of basic data types in Spark. What are the basic data types we have? So I have one user data frame created which has the columns like the user details like user name, ID, email, customer from, and dates and timestamps, amounts, etc. If you see user underscore data frame, if I do on a print schema, I will get the columns like ID, which is nothing but a long, name, which is nothing but a string, and email is string, is customer is nothing but a boolean which has a true or false value, amount is double, from date is date, and last date updated timestamp is timestamp. So these are the supported most frequently used and supported data types available in Spark. There are many functions we can use in out of the data frame, like users underscore data frame dot show to preview the data. Also you can use users underscore data frame dot display to display the data. So both will work in a similar way. And then we have multiple attributes on top of the data frame. So user underscore data frame df dot columns to preview only the list of columns. If you see, we will get the list of columns here, the ID, name, and then email. Then user underscore df dot d types. So d type is to get the columns and the data types. If you see here, we will getting the list of id comma the data type as well, then again the name, which is the second column with the data type string. So these are the few attributes which is available on top of the data frames. We have other advanced data types we have, like nothing but a map, struct, and array, that we will see in the next sessions, upcoming sessions. Thanks for watching. Bye.